The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On the give is Nwangu. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw is Murray. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing now is Murray. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. The same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson. Not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Nwangu. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Bring it! Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 79 yards. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give running right, Etienne. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This defense for the Cards much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action with Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. But they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kene Nwangu with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. Well, that's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. They'll roll him out right. He's going to look deep for more. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. This carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Murray off play action. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On the slant, this is Chark. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jalen Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big pickup of 38. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Lawrence to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And to throw again is Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Etienne. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence steps away to his left. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw.
Touchdown! Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.